What's up, everybody? Brian Inskip here with Surf Homes NC, back again to show you what's going up, what's going down, and where things are at in the Oak Island real estate market. This is your November 2023 Oak Island real estate market update. Hey, welcome back. As you can see, for this market update for November, we're down on the beach on Caswell Beach, right in front of the Oak Island Lighthouse. Still having gorgeous, beautiful weather. So if you're not out here, you need to get out here. But let's dig into this Oak Island real estate market. So if you've been keeping up with these monthly market updates, you've seen where I've shared that the market's been relatively flat for most of this year. And we're going to see if that trend has continued into November of 2023 or if anything's changed. So watch this update to make sure you're keeping tabs on where things are going in the market. The first place that we always start is on average sales prices, right? People want to know, are homes selling for more? Are they selling for less? Are they holding their values? Well, year over year on Oak Island, home sale prices have risen 1.2% over a year ago, month over month, and really this applies to the whole year. We've only fluctuated about $1,000 to $2,000 in any given month the entire year. The next thing we look at is new listings coming on to the market. Year over year, we're down 42.9%. So that's 42.9% fewer homes that listed and went on the market this past month than the same time last year. That's a big drop. That's almost in half. Month over month, we saw a 9.3% drop. So almost a 10% drop in just a single month. So that number has actually changed, where a lot of the other numbers are staying pretty flat. We're continuing to see the new listing inventory decline. Next, we'll look at the homes that are actually active for sale right now. That number is actually up 10.3%. So while the number of new listings coming on the market is down substantially, the number of homes for sale at the moment active on the market is actually up just over 10%. So you're starting to build that inventory, and we've seen that throughout the year as well. Month over month, we only lost about 6 listings. So we went from 134 to 129 active listings on the market right now. Pending sales year over year took a 34.8% drop, which is pretty substantial. That's the number of homes going under contract in a given month. Comparing the month over month figures from October to November, we went from 467 pending sales to 430 pending sales. Figure in a little bit of seasonality in that. That's a pretty normal change month over month, but the year over year number is definitely a substantial drop. Let's talk about closed sales. The number of properties sold on Oak Island year over year is down 40.2%. That's a pretty substantial drop. Again, mirroring that new listings number, that's edging on half as many homes sold on the island in that year over year comparison. Month over month, we went from 477 closed sales to 430 closed sales, which is a drop of 47 homes. And you can see that that number mirrors that new listing homes for sale, which is one of the things to take away from this. There's still a huge lack of inventory. So if you've been thinking about selling your Oak Island property, this can still be a great window. And we'll dig into some of these other financial numbers so you can see exactly why. Before I share this next stat, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you click that little subscribe button so that you can get all our future monthly market updates and all the other cool videos that we're doing around Oak Island and the North Carolina coast. So the next stat I want to talk about is the average days on market. This is something that we saw big changes in throughout the year. So year over year, we're looking at an increase of 75% increase in the amount of time that it takes for a property to sell here on Oak Island, which seems like that's a big jump, and it is a big increase, but keep in mind, as I've said all year, that is from historically low numbers. So month over month, we had a change from 61 average days on market to 63 average days on market, so just a change of 2 days. So that's holding pretty level here for the time being. The next key metric that I want to look at is the month's supply of homes for sale on Oak Island right now. So year over year, we've increased 42 2.1%. Month over month, we saw no change, and we're currently sitting at 2.7 months worth of supply. That means that if no new homes came on the market, which kind of seems to be the case right now, if no new homes came on the market, it would take 2.7 months to sell every single home on the market at the current rate of sale, which is still a relatively low amount of supply. The next thing we'll look at is the average percent of the last listing price. So what a property is asking price is versus the actual sales price. This has held very strong throughout the year. Year over year, we're down 0.7%. So when a seller asks X for a property and they get Y, that's dropped 0.7% over the past year. Month over month, we've actually increased 0.1%, and we're currently sitting at 97.4% of the listing price to the final sales price. So still a very strong market where as a seller, you're not having to negotiate quite as much, but there are some opportunities out there for buyers where sellers are a little more negotiable. So that's one thing to learn about this market, is that it's very much all over the place, where it's situational and very much depends on a specific property type, and location. So to get more detailed with what type of property you might be looking for or wanting to sell, make sure you give me a call and I can get the specific numbers for just that niche in the market. Average price per square foot. I love this metric because it really is a simple way to figure out, are values up, are they down on Oak Island? So year over year, the average price per square foot for a resale home on Oak Island or new construction was up 3.5%. Month over month, we decreased just $1. So that really is almost nothing to speak of. So we're holding very, very strong and actually seeing year over year increases on the price per square foot, which means property on Oak Island, a house that is built, is worth more, 3.5% more in this case, than a year ago. Right now we're sitting at $412 is the average price per square foot on the island. Total amount of real estate sold on Oak Island, our total volume dollars closed is down 39.5%, which makes sense when we look at that decrease that we talked about earlier in the actual number of closed sales. If you're selling fewer homes, you're likely going to have a lower total volume dollar of homes sold, but this volume dollar amount is not quite as high of a drop as the number of closed sales because we've also increased prices in there. So those two numbers make sense together. When I look at all these stats combined right now in Oak Island, is that even though we're seeing a big decrease in the number of homes sold, the number of homes going under contract, and certainly the number of new listings available, we're seeing inventory rise a little bit over a year ago. What is holding really steady is our sales prices, and we've even seen increases there. So for now, the market is really holding strong. We've seen a lot of news out there and impacts with interest rates, but by and large, while it has had impacts on the Oak Island real estate market, it hasn't worked its way to have an effect on pricing. But if you're thinking of buying a home on Oak Island right now, even though these averages are showing prices have increased, that's a trend that could continue. So prices could continue to go up. Right now, they have not subsided even in light of the rising interest rates. So it may make sense to go ahead and buy now and then refinance that property down the road rather than rolling the dice to see if properties are more expensive in a year or two from now. We've seen huge gains year over year in average sales prices. Right now, they're staying pretty level, so it creates a more predictable market for you as a buyer, and there's definitely some sellers out there ready and willing to negotiate. Again, that's very property specific. If you're thinking of selling a property on Oak Island, this is a very good time. Values have never been higher on Oak Island than they are right now. So if you're thinking about selling a property now, maybe in the next year or next couple years, it might be worth giving me a call so we could look at your specific property. I can tell you exactly where it fits into the market right now, what it would look like to sell it right now, and then you'll have that information on hand to make sure that you're making a good informed decision. Like I said before, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you click that subscribe button so that you're not only going to get these market update videos that I do every single month, we also put out awesome videos with Oak Island lifestyle, and we also do a bunch of other real estate educational videos with a variety of topics. So to make sure you're always in the loop with all the new stuff we're putting out, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one.